In our last review of tools, we had a look at the MEMfast Rivnut tool. But what you'll find now that MEMfast have actually brought out a new kit, so the purpose of this video is to pull it to bits and have a look to see if it's any good. First thing that's apparent, it is actually shorter, which is handy for getting into tighter places. And now it comes in a very smart storage case. We'll let bullshit not baffle brains and we'll have a good look at the tool. The largest improvement here is the tool that actually does M10 rivnuts. When we take it to pieces, what we'll find is we have a very sturdy 10mm drive, and the nut in here, or the bolt should I say, is actually a normal high tensile screw with a hex head. Now this is replaceable. And also notice at the top here, the washers and the bearing, they're quite sturdy, so we can give this some hammering. In this video we're also going to have a look at the way the mandrels are replaceable. So I'll just drop this back in here. What we also have is the bodies of 4 more fittings. We also have the handle here which screws into the bodies, and the main driver which is robustly built. Now this has changed. The earlier version was a lot thinner and could split. Now this one's a lot sturdier. So what we're having a look at is the way it's constructed, and this fits together quite well. Similar thing to the older version. You have a handle that screws in. No problem there. Quite easy to get ready and go. On the end here is driven by a 10mm ratchet spanner, which is actually supplied in the box. Just here. Absolutely brilliant. You don't have to rummage about with your tools. It comes with the kit. Best way to have a look at the tool is see what's inside it, and using a Allen key, which you'll find in the box here, we're going to undo this grub screw and take the guts out of the body of the tool. Right, so what you get is this. You have your plate washers and a thrust washer in here. This was the same on the older design. Excellent idea. And now this piece, this is brilliant. If you pull it apart, first thing you'll find is that the mandrel here will come out and you can replace that. That is basically just a set screw with an Allen key head. You can buy them from almost any nut and bolt supplier. So if you break one, or you happen to wear it out or clog it up, you can replace it. Easy. Now the second part of this, the drive, if we have a close look, there's a grub screw in here. You will need one of your own Allen keys for this, and it's not done up too tightly. I wouldn't expect this to break too often. However, you pull it out and what you have is one of these. You know what these are because everybody's got a kit, and if you haven't got one, it's about time you did. Alright, so this is the size. This is 5mm and it'll have a 10mm drive. It's exactly the same hex drive bit. Okay, so you can replace and do up the grub screw. Once that's done, the driver or the mandrel driver will be ready to go. Easy. This is what I like about this tool. I'm impressed. You also in the kit get your spare mandrels, which are just bolts. Okay, so you have a reference if you need to go and get one or two. Depends how much work you do with these. So this is repairable, replaceable. Unlike the old type, which you had to buy this mandrel, this was specially machined. Now you don't have that. You just have your bolt in there, which is absolutely brilliant. You could get away with breakages at any point. The body is very strong. You notice here I'm pushing out with my finger. I found this is an easy technique to put this together. Grub screw here. This holds the whole piece in place. So as you've got separate parts in your kit now, you haven't got small bits and pieces all over the place. So that's ready to go. Handle on and driver and no problem. Okay, so that's the deconstruction of the guts of it. I'm very impressed with this. The upside as well, the storage case, is that parts aren't going to be lost all over the place, and the bonus is here it is actually cheaper than you think. A couple of key points to cover here. There is a difference in the kits. You can get them in metric versions or SAE versions, which is UNC and UNF. Kit RNHT 48 That's from M4 to M8, and there is a slot in the case for the M10 tool, which can be bought separately, or you can buy kit number RNHT 410, which has from M4 to M10. Check on the website for the SEA versions. Tools are made in the UK, and the real quality engineered tool. The tool components are case hardened, and this is for durability and long life, and it's attractive because of the parts that are used for repair are very minimal. We will be covering more on this tool and how to use it, how to fit riv nuts, and how to use riv studs. This will be on a project later on the Trailer Fitters Toolbox, so stay tuned.